very good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for making us part of this cleaning industrial discussion. So, ma'am, as Dharmender ji rightly said, sir, कि जो हमारी manpower थी, they were using doing everything manually. So now there are systems like AI, जहाँ हमने QR codes लगाए हैं, scrubbing machines जहाँ की हैं. So those are not the areas which are near to the steel processing area, but those are the areas which are being used in offices where people sit. Those are used in the areas where people dine or these kind of stuff. So we have recently gone through a process where we are doing area segregation by doing it a green zone and a red zone. So green zone would be the areas where AI, we in first integration will be our main focus, and then secondary slowly going towards the area which are very difficult for us to reach out. Like I give you an example, हमारा steel metal
Yeah, now you are.
Yeah,
Yes.
so those areas where challenges are dust is a concern for us because the machinery can help us to an extent also. So as Dharminder ji said that there is a concern of a human being being lost his job, but then if people on the right mind and make them understand that their efficiency is actually increasing because what they used to do manually and now what they will be doing a job which will be a skilled job by manipulating the machine and making them order, right? So अगर मैं काम कर रहा था आज तक वाइपर से, कल को मैं उस मशीन को ऑपरेट कर रहा हूँ, so my scale of learning has already increased.
Maybe you maintain that place. Have you brought in
I believe it's a very old industry, and then these mechanizations are already there where things are separated. Like, for example, let's say a road duster. There is a proper machine which only takes in dust, and then we have a place we take it out. Similarly, those machines which are there inside the plant, which like greasing and those kind of maintenance are required. Then yes, this it's still a challenge, but then no such machinery has yet come in the market which can league out these things. So machinery needs a maintenance and it will be there, but then to go inside and then plan it out will take little time. So my understanding, I'm actually from a food and beverage industry. So I have spent it almost 14 years working with Accor, with Hilton. So I know their standards of housekeeping. It is on a AI level already, which they are integrating with their trainings to the people. So now for us, the challenge is the person who's working in a five-star hotel might not be having the mentality of a person who's working in a plant on a lower salary. So how do we overcome that? So this is what we like Dharmender ji and team are working to recognize them in a way so they are coming closer to the technology and using it in a good way. As you rightly mentioned before as well, that there are challenges that you won't get 100% of expectations what is being needed out of the vendor. But then there are steps which we have implemented in our procurement processes, which we don't say yes to anything if it is below our expectations. So even if we have to go to 10 different vendors and bring them in, we don't mind and checking it. We take our time. Yes, it will take time. So this is what it is. So the steps which are being implemented in the purchasing department are more. Those teams who back up us has to be a stronger propositions. As we are discussing upon the machinery part, AI part, everything, but then there is always a waste product which comes out, even if it is a liquid, if it is a dry product, if it is anything, a garbage part definitely comes out. And when we measure it in a bulk, yes, it hurts the earth, it hurts the environment. So in order, whatever steps we are taking further to make AI, to make processes easy and to see till what extent we will reach, we are not keeping behind sustainability in AMNS. We are taking it very seriously with environmental, with health and safety compliances in it, so that as it is a steel industry, the jobs don't stop here. It is 24 hours. So safety is what we look at now, keeping these machineries nearby the areas in officery or something else. So these are the parts I just wanted. It is like a challenge right now for us, because the machinery is there, but then the experts of those machines are missing. So that's something which we want to bring in, and we're going for it. Yes, that's it. So all the waste materials which is generated, for example, all your chemicals, what are coming, liquid chemicals are coming in a plastic, in a vast area. It generally calculates more than tons. So those things are being streamlined where we don't throw it out, but we send it for recycling. So similarly, there are example I tell you, I work in presently projects. There are more than 29 locations where we pick up the garbage. It's almost 55 acres of land. And then these garbages all are segregated in dry, in recyclable. If it is a sellable waste, example, your machines are coming in a wood. So those woods, they go out.
Material.
Then all the housekeeping, not only packaging material, not only packaging material, but all the dietaries which are there. Like my housekeeping has so many liquids from R1 to R3, or there are air fresheners which come in aluminum tins. So those small campaigns are run, and then on daily basis, whatever the garbages come out, be it a wood, be it a dry garbage from all the canteens. There are more than 42 canteens across the whole plant. So there are a lot of different garbages which come out. So the first step in steel, what comes out is actually a steel. Then you have to take it further to different levels. I'll be honest, I am not a expert in steel, but I can tell you different types. Like there is hot strip which comes out. Then those from strips, different automobile companies make the vehicles. Then we have the pipes all across the India. Whatever the pipelines goes, those pipes are made up of those steels. That doesn't come in the admin part, but that's, yes, there are people who work on that aspects as well, who are inside, near to the caster or near to the blast furnace or near to the steel melting. Yes, and the odd product out of which that comes out of steel is basically slag. So those slags is a sellable item. That's not a garbage. And different thermoplastics are made out of that, different levels.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So
as I mentioned in my conversation before. So as I mentioned before as well, I think it is the person who's working in a lower ground and the person who's working in a 5-star. You need time to bring them to that level. But then if we don't start doing it now, it can either not make us able to reach our limits, what we want to do in terms of automations and AIs. But then at a time it will stuck as well, because if you don't have that manpower or the leadership or the people who are performing it capable enough to do it, then it is our job to, as Mr. Gokul was saying, that it is our job to bring them to that level. And this is something I actually didn't took out from anything, and this is my experience. I was knowing that this will be the post which will get most hit. So yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, from which topics you mentioned?
No, from the
starting from the basics, it is us who will be making the people, as Mr. Gokulji was saying, that there was a time in 85 when he came and people didn't play football. It is still the time that people don't play football in Gujarat. So it is us who should do the start and start making people understand those things what we know. Because as far as our industry or any industry, it is the knowledge which will help to grow. So sharing your trainings, bringing then people all together and then recognizing them on a very regular basis will definitely help us out to chase out that space which is in between the AI and the person who will be doing it. So coming to the generations who will be coming down the line will definitely have the fruitful, fruit of it, what we will be seeding now.